Hitler didn't have a child as we know. But he had people who followed his ideology to the latter, that they were just like his kids. His generals, they share the same ideology. So one of the generals called Goering used to read the Bible so he could find the prophecy or words that could allow him to kill the Jews. If you read the Hebrew text, you will find out that Haman had 11 children, not 10. Put up the names of the sons of Haman. All those names, right? Now put up the generals of Hitler. Zucchero, Seyss-Inquart, Jodl, Rosenberg, Frank, Frick, Goering, Kaltenbrunner, Keitel, Ribbentrop, Straker. But there are 11 there. But if you notice, I put 10 on the sons of Haman. Because what he had was 11 children, but one was a woman. But how come now we have a problem here? Because Hitler has 11. Haman had 10. But Haman had 11. But one was a woman who committed suicide. I want you to show me the New York Times. Goering ends life by poison. This is New York Times. 10 others hanged in Nuremberg. How did the 10 generals of Hitler die? By hanging. They died by hanging, but there is a problem. Norman Beckett, who was actually the one talking about how they were going to be, who was the judge holding the gavel, just ready to strike. You understand? As he was giving the verdict on what to do, or rather the judgment on what to do, guess what he said? He said, death by hanging. Yet in Germany, all war crimes were by shooting.
Wow.
For the first time in the history of Germany, he said death by hanging. Wow. And the whole court went into a pandemonium. Everyone said, whoa, what happened? And guess what? Later on, he was interviewed and he was asked, why did you say? He said, something caught my tongue. If it was Uebert Angel, he would have said, the prophetic in the Holy Ghost caught your tongue.
Wow.
Show me the calendar there. It was on the 15th of what? Of October. But that is 5707. That is what is the Tav, Shin, and Zion. Those three letters you see on there, they are Tav, Shin, and Zion, which means 707. Tav is 400.
400.
Shin is what? 300. Zion is 7. So you now have what? 707. Maybe you do. And it happened on the 7th of Sukkot. The killing of the sons of Haman happened on the 7th of Sukkot, which is 16th of October. The sons of Haman died on the same day with the generals of Hitler. But notice here, I want you to look at the death Haman used to serve in that region of Shushan. They used to, those who were not for the Jews, used to serve a god of death. And notice this happened on the 16th of Wednesday. The word Wednesday comes from Wednesday. Or rather, Voldenstruck Day.
Voldenstruck.
Yes, Volden was a god of death. So when you say Wednesday, you actually say Wednesday or Voldenstruck Day. The Jews that were supposed to die at the hands of Haman's children and Haman himself, using their god of death. God makes a mockery of them and causes the new Hitler, who is the new Haman, to die on the same day that they worship the god of death. Show them Hebrew words that show you the sons of Haman. Do you see the circles you see there? Do you see that? In the Hebrew, there are no small letters or capital letters. Notice Esther is now telling them what to write. And the scribe is writing there. And he says, scribe, come there, come here. When you write this Hebrew and the names of the sons of Haman, I want you to put other capital letters smaller than others. It has never happened in the Bible. Look at that first name. All these should be capital letters. There is no small letter. He just makes another capital letter smaller than the others. And it only appears 3 times. Do you know what that is?
Tell us.
Tav, Shin, Zion. It's Tav, Shin, Zion. It's 1946. The problem with the Nazis, what they were trying to do, the sons of your brother Hitler, what they were trying to do was to push through amnesty claims that, look, we should be free. You know, the lawyers were arguing amnesty. And they kept on arguing in 5706. Miss it by a day.
By a day.
And they said, okay, wait, we're going to we adjourn it, and we're gonna continue with the case later on. And they continued it just after the New Year of the Jews, 5707. That means if they had not appealed, I would be standing here saying Esther was close and missed it by 1 year. But they appealed not knowing that as they were appealing, God wanted them to line up with Esther's prophecy. The Atkabash. As you see, there is 707. But that means it lacks the millennium by which it will fall in. 707 is all right. We already know what we are talking about.
Yes, sir.
But the Jews never kind of show you the actual kind of millennium, or rather, is it the fourth? They count how many times the 707 has happened. That's the number they put. So if it had happened a century before, it would have been number 5. It happened in 1946, it has to be number 6. But number 6 is not written there. Guess what Esther did? She told the scribes, when you are writing, put 3 letters and make them, I know they are capital letters, but squash them a little bit.
Make them smaller.
So they don't just become half, even a third in size. But make one big letter to be bigger than all the capital letters. Only one. And guess what? It should be number 6. If she didn't say number 6, we are not dead on the year. That thing is larger than any other capital letter there. And it is the word Vav. It is the letter Vav. And you know the equivalent, the equivalence of that? Numerical equivalent? 6. She went to 1946 clearly. On the actual date, 16 October 1946, mentioned by Esther. Now, one thing that happened there was a very dangerous thing. A man called John C. Wood hung the 10 generals of Hitler on gallows made of wood. Yet the man is called John C. Wood. And he just happens to be American. What does it read? Sure, USA, huh? It's like the Bible is already telling us it's going to be USA doing this. But I want you to show the mathematics of Ahasuerus. That's Ahasuerus in reverse. This is the reason why you find Ahasuerus is called, he's got all this one. Another one is Arch something. Another one is Xerxes. Another one is what? And then Ahasuerus is just there, sitting, staring you in the face. And if you reverse it, it's God saying, you will be so shocked by USA doing this in a different location. I want you to listen to a 1946 radio broadcast when these 10 sons of Hitler were killed. Here we go.
We all expected that sometime during the procedure, the shout Heil Hitler would ring out. Wild-eyed Uebert Julius Streicher bellowed out that greeting and followed it as he climbed the 13 stairs with the words, "Now I go to God." Purim Festival 1946, and now to God.
Now, I know what you didn't hear. Said Streicher, when he was climbing to go to be hanged, he climbed 13 steps. And yet, this is in Esther chapter number 13. Do you know why it's called Purim Fest? It's the feast of Esther. Yes, and yet, Streicher, when he goes to be hanged, he cries out, Purim Fest. In other words, my God, I wish you could understand what he was saying. Esther's revenge is now upon us. You just listen to 1946 broadcast.
And it's lining.
They were expecting everyone to say, Hi Hitler, as they die. Hi Hitler, Hi Hitler, Hi Hitler. They didn't. 2 said it. 1 last one came up. 13 steps going up, and you were expecting him to say Hi Hitler. Guess what he says? Purim Fest.
Purim Fest.
The festival of Esther. In other words, he's saying the prophets of Esther has come to pass. Show me Akashverosh, which is the name Ahasuerus again. It's 13. Now, the next word is the title given to Hitler, Reichskanzler. 13 letters. The judge who was presiding over this is called Norman Bickett. 13 letters. The guy who wore dresses, Hermann Goering. 13 letters. Karl Schwab, the Economic Forum. 13 letters. NLT.
Verse number 7. So in the month of April, during the 12th year of King Xerxes.
12th year, right?
Yes, sir. Reign. Lots were cast in Haman's presence. The lots were called Purim. to determine the best day and month to take action. And the day selected was March 7, nearly a year later.
Now I want you to see something here. We see another enemy of the Jews. What is his name? Osama bin Laden. 13 letters. Now I want you to understand here. Osama bin Laden was killed by people who were in a room called Situation Room. 13 letters. Now I want you to put the photos of those who were in the Situation Room. The one that went around the world. 13 faces recognized in the Situation Room with 13 letters. No, they didn't get it.
Wow.
I didn't. I'm not saying there were 13 people only, but when the photo surfaced, this was the most famous photo on the day, and it had 13 faces only. A man came who was like King Ahasuerus, who killed the enemy of the Jews, and killed one man you know, Iranian background, Qasem Soleimani. 13 letters. Guess what happened? Do you know when he was killed by Trump, what happened? He had 10 men with him that died with him.
Wow.
So Qasem Soleimani, 10. Hitler, 10. Haman, 10. The book of Daniel, chapter number 7, 10 horns. The book of Revelation, chapter number 13, 10 horns. I wish I could talk to you, but...
talk to us, sir.
Because
we are getting it.
Now I want you to see something here. Bring the sons of Haman with the meaning of the names. As if given over by prayer, they came weeping and were enticed to gather, frustrated but drawn by God, so that the lion who gave the decree and is superior above all, a lion of my banner, Jehovah Nissi, will raise the flag, and the Lord will be enough but strong as a wind against them. Go to the sons of the generals of Hitler. The bastards will come with a rip seeker who will kill 6 million of the Jews and a quarter of their own. But they shall hear a different sound coming from a mountain of roses, who is the rose of Sharon.
Wow.
He shall be obvious and direct and mistaken. And he shall be the ruler with a spear.
Wow.
But the spear will bring something like a cold spring. That they will be comfortable not knowing what is happening, and they'll be sitting ducks until the rope comes to hang them. So their names alone prophesied their end. Now what are we seeing? An at Habash.
Yes, sir.
A repetition of a thing that should not be there. Whenever you see the Bible repeats itself as if it's making a mistake, it's a prophetic thing.
Wow.